And I asked the prosecution, why is this a political vendetta? And why is the House not investigating the flood control instead of investigating the Vice President? That would be unfair. That would be unfair to the House. That would be unfair to everyone. So simply giving the prosecution the chance to answer that question I asked would be unfair to everyone. So I do not know the solution. I accept the solution of the presiding officer. Now, let's not tolerate any more questions like that. I agree with Senator P. I don't like being called out. But that's the role of the presiding officer and the Senate President. No. So, sana yun lang, no, na one, when we ask the questions, we'll make sure it doesn't prejudice the whole trial. Whatever we say here, may ma-accuse na lawyering for the prosecution or defense. Okay lang yun. Okay lang yun. Sa prayer nga kahapon, di ba? Basta't justice, bahala na magalit. Okay. But my last point, Mr. President, let's give the defense a little latitude in not only answering that question, but what you want to say. Because nga, the question is unfair. So if you're simply going to answer that question, then it won't solve the problem na nakapagsalita sila 5 minutes, kayo nakapagsalita. So we'll consider, personally, I'll consider the very eloquent answer yesterday as a sort of a closing. So personally lang, Mr. Presiding Officer, give the latitude to the defense na parang closing din, whatever. Because they have affirmative defenses. And they did not push us to hear that. They went straight to trial. So dun din sa mga nagsasabi na delay sa dami ng objection, that's unfair. No? Let's give everyone latitude here. The same thing, I think, may konting ano sa internet na photocopies are not original and the counsel was simply citing, tama ba? A Supreme Court decision, no?
And the rules of court.
And the rules of court. So I'm just saying it's an emotional issue. So all of us will be hit, badgered, whatever. I think trabaho naman nung witness natin, bantayan yung internet. So as long as hindi foul, hindi threat. But having said that, Mr. President, let's give each other leeway, but only to the point that the trial will not disintegrate, di ba, into a political fiasco or circus. Thank you, Mr. President.
The remarks of Senator Judge Alan Cayetano are noted. Senator Judge Pia Cayetano.
Thank you, Mr. President. This will be brief. First of all, I'd just like to confirm that I acknowledge what the presiding officer said, that I agreed. Basically, I'm withdrawing my motion in the interest of fairness, because the delivery of justice is about fairness. So kung nakapagsalita nga ang prosecution with their closing statement, di pwede rin dapat mag-closing statement ang defense, no? So I am amenable to that. But very, very, very briefly, Mr. President, I'd like to put on record, why are we being strict about the rules? Why do I have to bother standing up? Well, because nothing in this world will run well without the rules. Now, my colleagues, the Senate is a basketball-loving Senate. Dami dito, hilig mag-basketball. Kung ako volleyball player, colleagues ko basketball. I'll use basketball as an example. Will you have a decent basketball game if there's no rules? No, there's rules. That's why we stand up. And then sometimes there are also opportunities to question the rules. That's also fine. But that's why we have to stand up and call the attention of the presiding officer when we feel that the rules are being violated. And we will continue to do so when we believe it is necessary in the interest of justice. Thank you, Mr. President.
The remarks of the lady are noted. Since we are discussing housekeeping chores and matters, let the presiding officer continue with the same. The presiding officer will call for a break midway through in order to afford the parties 15 minutes to relax, go over their notes, and do their thing. In regard to senator judges or counsels for the parties who are not on deck, you're free to answer the call of nature in the least disruptive manner possible and return afterwards. Outside of the 15 minutes that we will be doing halfway through the proceedings. And finally, a request has been brought to the presiding officer to request as well the senator judges to lower the tone of conversational voices because I think where you're seated is an echo chamber. Naririnig sa iba't ibang sulok ng plenaryong ito yung mga sinasabi din ninyo at hindi rin nakakapag-concentrate yung ilan sa ating mga kasama na nakaupo sa paligiran ninyo. Just a reminder, and for one last reminder before I recognize counsel for the respondent, Mr. Calilong, you will be testifying once again and will be undergoing cross-examination under the same oath
Yes, Your
that you
Honor.
took yesterday. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you, counsel for respondent. Attorney Narvasa, if you are ready, you may proceed with your cross-examination.
Your Honor, may I be allowed to approach a witness?
You may do so.
Thank you, Your
counsel.
Good afternoon, Mr. Calilong.
Good afternoon, sir.
During your direct examination, you testified that you were trained on photo and video authentication.
Yes, sir.
You said that you were trained for 2 weeks.
Specific for photo and video, sir.
Sir, my questions are answerable by yes or a no. Can
Yes,
you
sir.
please constrain yourself to these questions, unless I tell you, okay?
Objection to that, Your Honor, please.
And you got this training
Your Honor,
from...
can I object to that? I have to
Before
make an
counsel for
objection.
respondent proceeds, counsel for the prosecutor, let the presiding officer
Your Honor.
recognize you first. You are so recognized, sir. What is your objection?
Thank you so much. Inasmuch as I would like to accommodate the defense that in asking the question that the witness is to be limited to a yes or no question, Your Honor, please. Unfortunately, Your Honor, please, that's not sanctioned in the rules. There's nothing in our rules that would allow a defense to constrain a witness, even on cross-examination, to answer the questions by a yes or no answer. It's not in the rules. So, Your Honor, please, we cannot constrain a witness to answering either a yes or a no. The witness should be able to qualify. The usual answer by the defense is that it could be handled by the prosecution on redirect. But that is not the case, Your Honor, please. So long as there is nothing in the rules that would allow the defense to constrain the witness to answer yes or no, the prosecution will vehemently object to that, Your Honor,
The
please.
presiding officer
May I, Your
overrules
Honor?
the presiding officer overrules the objection. The counsel for prosecutors can make a continuing objection regarding this matter, but it is the position of the presiding officer that the witness is seasoned enough. According to his testimony yesterday, he has attended over, if I recall correctly, 30 hearings already. So he would know how to respond and to explain if the need would arise. And it's up for counsel for the respondent, if at all, to strike out whatever answers that are not responsive to his question. Counsel for respondent may proceed.
Thank
We
you.
would abide, Your Honor. We would abide.
Thank you, counsel for the prosecutors.
And you testified that you got this training from MaxCore Interventures.
Yes,
correct?
sir.
And you said that the training you got from MaxCore Interventures was in digital forensics.
Yes, sir.
I have with me in Articles of Partnership of MaxCore Interventures Co. You see that it states that it is the Articles of Partnership of MaxCore Interventures Co.
Your Honor, may we allow Attorney Stephen Magallon to also approach the witness stand to peruse the document. And of course, at this juncture, Your Honor, please, I have to object.
I have no question yet, Your Honor.
I am objecting to the witness being shown an articles of incorporation, a partnership of a partnership, Your Honor, please. Anyways, since the question has not been asked, I will...
Let us wait for the question, counsel. In the meantime, the presiding officer allows counsel for the prosecutors to examine the document being presented to the witness.
And Your Honor, for the reference of the senators, we are flashing this Articles of Partnership on the screens. Sir, please take a look at page 2 of these articles. Page 2, sir. That's here. Page 1, page 2. Let's read it together, okay? Primary purpose: to engage in the business of trading both import and export of goods on wholesale retail basis. Do you see that, sir?
Yes, sir.
Now on page, the same very same page 2. The secondary purpose. Let's read it together again. Own, use, improve, develop, subdivide, sell, exchange, lease of all kinds, including buildings, houses, apartments, and other structures. Do you see that, sir?
Yes, sir.
After that, in the same page 2, the secondary purpose is to print, publish, distribute, buy, sell, acquire rights, to and generally deal in all kinds of software packages, books, periodicals, newspapers, magazines, journals, and other publications dealing in or having to do with subjects of all kinds, character, and all acts of things as may time to time be deemed needful, necessary, or required. You see that, sir?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Now I'm showing you a screenshot of the website of this MaxScore Interventures Co. It states under About Us. I am also flashing this on the screen, Your Honors, for the ease of the senator judges.
Your Honor, at this juncture, the prosecution will now manifest that there was no question propounded as to the presentation of the Articles of Partnership. And the counsel is now moving forward to the presentation of an alleged website. Therefore, it seems that the defense counsel is the one presenting the documents without propounding any question to this witness. Highly improper, Your Honor, please. Highly improper. The counsel should be asking question and not presenting document. You will have your turn when the defense team is allowed to present your evidence. 2 documents, no question yet. Highly improper, Your Honor, please. Again, I don't want to put the lawyer on the spot, but that is highly improper. Ask questions.
Your Honor, I did ask questions.
No, there was no question.
Counsel-
Can we ask that the transcript be read back?
Counsel, kindly proceed.
Thank you.
Counsel for the prosecutors, with the understanding that Mr. Calilong is not testifying as to the truth of whatever counsel asked him or what he read, because clearly he's not competent
Agreed,
to
Your Honor.
testify as to the truth of what is contained in the Articles of Partnership. However, as to the fact that he read it and saw it, up to that extent, and the senator judges are so advised as well. So, ordered. You may proceed, sir.
Thank you, sir. And I am on cross, Your Honor. Thank you. Sir, under the words About Us, it says MaxScore Interventures has been established as a one-stop source of different products and services intended for both government and private institutions. Its company tagline, Innovation Without Boundaries, stands true testament to provide customers with quality merchandise, from the simplest to the most sophisticated ones at very affordable prices. The company places a long-term business relationship through customer satisfaction on top of its priority list, with integrity and honesty as the foundation of the company. It envisions to evolve into excellence amidst the competitive pace of information technology. You see that, sir?
Yes, sir.
Sir, now I'm showing you another screenshot of the website of this MaxScore Interventures Co. You confirm that I'm also flashing this for the ease of the court.
Naghaharap ng dokumento itong si Attorney Carlo Narvasa, abogado ng depensa, para ipakita dito sa senior agent ng
Sir,
NBI na testigo ng prosecution.
At this point, Your Honor, please, allowed. The prosecution is allowed.
Counsel for the prosecutor is recognized.
Your Honor, not by way of an objection, but a manifestation, Your Honor, please.
Your Honor, this is-
wait. I'm not
Before
done.
that, I would like to object to your manifestation. Your Honor, there's no objection. Why is the
Your Honor,
prosecutor allowed to manifest during my cross-examination?
Counsel
Honor.
correspondent, kindly wait for the presiding officer to recognize you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
What is the desire of the counsel for the prosecutors to
I
make
would
a
like to put into record a simple fact, Your Honor, please, that basis has not yet been laid as to the presentation of these documents. He presented an articles of partnership and screenshots of websites without saying who took these screenshots or who, from where did the defense get the articles of partnership. That is only by way of manifestation. No need for the court to rule on that, Your Honor, please.
Noted. Earlier ruling of the presiding officer stands. Counsel may proceed.
Your Honor, may I respond?
No need, counsel. It was not an objection. Please proceed with your cross.
Thank you, Your Honor. May I also state a manifestation, Your Honor? Your Honor, the basis of the defense was laid.
For the record, the chair will allow it. Just this
Thank you.
once, please.
The basis of the defense was laid when we asked him whether he testified that he got his training as an expert witness from MaxCore Ventures. That's basis.
Counsel, please proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Sir, could you take a look at this? Under the words "our products," the products seen there are office supplies and equipment, ICT equipment, software and hardware, investigative equipment, hardware and software, emergency response software, and CCTVs. Do you see that?
Yes.
Thank you. Mr. Calilong, are you a lawyer?
No, sir.
Yesterday, you testified that you signed the affidavit of investigation dated February 10, 2025.
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, may I request a copy from the prosecution? I think it is Exhibit P-4-3 in series.
P-4-
3 series.
Your Honor, please, manifestation. The witness, number one, mentioned the affidavit of investigation, but that the witness did not identify the documents. So for the record, Your Honor, please, that document is not yet presented in courts as a documentary evidence, Your Honor, please. So highly improper for the defense to elicit that document through this witness precisely because this witness did not yet identify the affidavit of investigation, Your Honor, please.
Which exhibit is this?
Mga kapuso, babalikan natin ang impeachment trial ni Vice President Sara Duterte. Matapos lamang po ang ilang paalala.
The Vice President on Trial. Super Radio Special Coverage.
Siguro nga dili makabot sa magagmayng bata ang mga posporo o mga lighters. Ibutang kini sa taguanan o sultihi ang mga bata nga ang maong mga butang alang lamang sa mga hamtong. Tuyo ni ini nga dili maduwaan sa mga bata o dili mahitabo ang sunog. Usa ka buwanong pahinumdom gikan sa GMA Radio, DYSS Super Radio Cebu.
I feel alive in your eyes, and I see the sun in your smile. 'Cause without you,
The Clash Teens Top 12 Original Soundtrack. Stream now on Apple Music, iTunes, Spotify, YouTube Music, and other digital music stores worldwide.
Super Barangay na mga kapuso. Magkita-kita ta karong Sabado, Hulyo 11 sa Barangay Kasuntingan Cover Gym, Mandawi City, Cebu. Alas 5 sa hapon, mag-uban-uban ta sa usa ka Sabado nga puno sa kantahan, sayawan ug daghan pang bonggang papremyo. Makig-uban ka nato ang tanang mga DJ sa Barangay LS Cebu. Sila si Papa Don, Papa Ace, nasa sila si Papa Boom, Papa Joe, Mami Tikay ug Papa Cholo, ug ang mga Super Radio DYSS anchors nga sila si Super Algina Bakita, Gabriel Bunho ug Lloyd Suarez. Mas exciting pag yun ang kalihukan kaya doon natay dance fitness, super card games, singing contest, daghan nga mga games ug mga bunggang pa-raffle. At doon usap kita'y espesyal nga pasundaya gikan sa itong mga special guest. Usa, magkita-kita ta dito mga kapuso. Bisan no taga-asa ka, pwede gyapon nimong masubay ang Super Barangayan. Pinaagi sa mo ang Facebook page, pinaagi sa mong live updates. Ang Super Barangayan hatod kaninyo sa Potency Zinc Advance, Playtime Entertainment, Birds Tree Advance, Birds Tree Fortified, Sangguni ang Barangay Kasuntingan, Mandawi City, Super Radio DYSS ug Barangay LS 99.5 forever. Ninduta a!
Oy, Mari! Ayaw intawon ina na paglabay imong basura, Mari.
Naunsa ka, Mari? Nganong nalisang ka? Kauay pod nimo eh. Unsaan maday nako paglabay ning basura, Mari? Itarong gyud. Dili gyud itsa.
Ay di, oy, wa pa day ka mahibaw anang segregation, Mari.
Unsa masad kuno na?
Pastilan po nimo, Mari, oy. Ang segregation kana bang ilain-lain nimo ang imong mga basura ba, ilain ang malata sama sa panit sa prutas o utanon o ilain sa tong di malata sama sa plastic. Unya kadtong mga basura nga mahimo pang mapahimuslan sa laing paagi ayaw ilabay, i-recycle.
Aw, unsa gudi ay? Ana day na, Mari?
Sunda higala ang insaktong paglabay sa inyong mga basura o sa kapahinumdum ni ining istasyon. Kini ang balita dinhi sa DYSS Super Radio.
Super Radio
DYSS.
Oras sa DYSS Super Radio Cebu, alas 12:30.
Tak na hatod ka ninyo sa brought to you by Gloco Pro. Say yes to the super fiber drink Gloco Pro.
Super Radio DYSS.
Ang sobra nga pagpabaya sa atong kahimsog mamahimong mosampot sa mas delikado nga sitwasyon. Mao ka ng adunay Sedcogon. Sedcogon, adunay cogon plant, banaba og makabuhay herb na pamatudan sa daghang pagtulunan nga ang cogon plant nagatanyag og daghang benepisyo. Apil pa ang banaba og panyawan kun makabuhay. Hinuusa nga mga natural nga mga sangkap nga maayo sa panglawas ug dugang pagpaligon sa depensa. Sedcogon Herbal Capsule. Ang Sedcogon Herbal Capsule dili tambal ug dili mamahimong gamiton isip tambal bisan unsang matang sa balatian.
Sa higayon nga dunay sunog, ayog karatol, himuon dayon ang pagningkawas agi sa magausanan sa panimalay, kuyog ang tanang sakop sa banay. Usa ka buwan-wanong pahinumdum gikan sa GMA Radio DYSS Super Radio Cebu.
I'm Maria Janet Azarcon from Davao City. Dancing is my passion, pero minsan, hindi maiiwasan na nakakaramdam ako ng pananakit ng tuhod. Salamat sa Panginoon, I met MX3 Capsule. Based on the Journal of Aging Research and Clinical Practice, malaking tulong ang MX3 Capsule para maibsan ang pananakit ng tuhod kasabay ng tamang pagkain at exercise. No worries na ako sa sakit ng tuhod. Thank you MX3 Capsule. Dito ako believe.
Mahalagang paalala, ang MX3 capsule ay hindi gamot at hindi dapat gamiting panggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit.
I'm Carla Abellana. Ang digital piracy ay paraan para makapagnakaw ng sensitive information sa mga taong tumatangkilik nito. Huwag maging biktima. Stream responsibly. Fight piracy.
Ang kainit sa hilana, dapat di napadugayon. Dito ka sa maayo magpaayo. DYSS, masaligan, maong most trusted fever medicine brands sa milyon-milyon ka Pilipino. Kamaayo magpaayo sa DYSS. Amping!
Unilab quality yan.
Paracetamol is the generic name of DYSS. If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
Hinumdumi higala, dili basurahan ang atong kadagatan. Usa ka buwan-wanong pahinumdum gikan sa inyong kapusong istasyon DYSS Super Radio Cebu.
Kapuso Big Time Panalo Season 5, over 6 million pesos worth of prizes ang pwedeng mapanalunan. Bumili ng participating products. Ilaki pang inyong entry sa Sobre with your details at ihulog sa draw boxes nationwide. Hatid sa inyo ng Nescafe, Bear Brand, 45 powdered milk drink, Nesty Iced Tea, Aji Ginisa at Ladies Choice. Sali na! See posters and print ads for details. Terms and conditions apply. Promo runs from May 30 to August 7, 2026. Per DOH FDA CFR permit number 0588 series of 2026. DA NDA Relics permit number NDA SPP 2026 042 111 5133.
The Vice President on Trial. Super Radio Special Coverage.
And there was no participation on the part of the offended parties, as it appears. NBI is not the offended party for the crime of great theft. Do you see that?
Yes, sir.
Above this, in paragraph 6, it states that, and I quote, only the minutes of the meeting with several personalities and representatives from various media outfits were submitted. And although the minutes were signed, there was no individual affidavit executed regarding the contents of said minutes. Do you see that, sir?
Yes, sir.
On paragraph 5, it states that, and I quote, the affidavit of one Patria Morales mentioned that she stored these footages in a USB and submitted it to the NBI. However, there was no USB attached to the complaint, only a DVD was attached. There was no detail regarding the contents of this DVD. Do you see that, sir?
Yes, sir.
On paragraph 4, it states, and I quote, Annex L did not indicate who made such TSN. There was also no affidavit of the person who made the TSN. Do you see that?
Yes, sir.
On paragraph 3, it states that, and I quote, Annexes I and K, open parenthesis, DVDs with markings NBI-CNN-C-2412-43-6-2 and NBI-C-C-12-436-2, close parenthesis, were not accompanied by an affidavit of the record and TSN, also affidavit of the one who will execute the TSN.
Yes, sir.
On paragraph 2, it states, and I quote, the press briefing conducted on October 18 was not recorded and or stored in the DVD, no video submitted, and there was no TSN of the said briefing and the necessary affidavit of the person taking the CSN. Now, you are aware, sir, so now, is your memory refresher? Did the DOJ send back the original affidavit of investigation to the NBI?
Yes, sir. As far as
Thank you. Now, you are aware that on February 11, 2025, the NBI, through its then director, retired Judge Jaime B. Santiago, wrote to the Office of the Prosecutor General submitting a revised affidavit of investigation.
Yes, sir.
This is your affidavit of investigation dated February 10, right? February 10, 2025.
So, wait. So, objection, Your Honor. The defense said that this is your affidavit, dated February 10, without showing any document to the witness.
Sir,
how could the witness answer to a question that is not accompanied with a document? That should be the basis for the question and the answer,
this
Your Honor.
is your affidavit. I will reform, Your Honor.
Kindly reform, counsel.
Thank you, Your Honor. This is your affidavit dated February 10, 2024, correct? Please check.
Answer.
Hindi pa kasalukuyan tinitingnan ni Special Agent Calilong kung para i-kumpirma kung talagang kanya yung affidavit na itinatanong o tinuturing ng depensa.
Ito yung affidavit of investigation. Oo. Kung saan isinasaad yung mga ginawa ng investigasyon doon sa sinasabing naging pagbabanta ng Vice President sa buhay ni Presidente Marcos. So, iniisa-isa ni NBI Senior Agent John Marcalilong yung mga pahina nitong mga dokumento pinakita sa kanya. Kasi pinoint out ni Attorney Amando Libutan, abogado ng prosecution, na tinatanong itong si Calilong na hindi naman pinakikitaan ng dokumento, hindi ba? So, ngayon iniisa-isa yung mga pahina, muli ang
Can I make a manifestation, Your Honor, please?
Your Honor, can we object again to this manifestation?
I will not even object. I'm being generous. Your Honor,
Counsel,
wit-
let's wait for the witness to review it. It's a voluminous document.
Ano,
The signature is on the last page. You can make the corresponding objection to the style, manner, or cross-examination of the counsel for responding at the proper time.
Gaya nga, Nimfa, nang nabanggit ni Presiding Officer Cheese Escudero, mahaba-haba itong dokumentong ito, ano?
Oo, makapal yung dokumento eh. Mahaba yung file. Oo.
Is this
So, baligtad
the
ngayon yung
amended
situation, yung-
affidavit of investigation?
This is a photocopy of the
Yes, sir.
affidavit, sir.
This is the amended one.
Yes, sir. The photocopy, sir.
Thank you.
With the permission of counsel, Mr. Calilong, what was the date of the first affidavit you submitted that was returned by the DOJ to the NBI?
As far as I remember, January 30. And was, when the certification was issued, we complied with the requirements and submitted it on February 10. That's why there's a revision.
identified that affidavit of investigation dated January 30 in yesterday's proceedings? No. Yes or no?
Sir?
Have you identified the January 30?
The one that I identified, Your Honor, is the authentication, Your Honor.
Not the affidavit of investigation. So you have not done so?
Yes, sir.
This one, you have not done so too?
Yes, Your Honor.
For the record, counsel, you may proceed.
I'm showing you now a letter dated January 30 from the former NBI Director Jaime Santiago.
Now, I have to object, Your Honor, please. You know, the defense has been confronting this witness with documents, even without marking and identifying the source of these documents.
Your
It's
Honor,
like plucking out of thin air a document, presenting the document to the witness, and withdrawing the document.
Your Honor, that's up
Without
to the...
even introducing this piece of evidence, this piece of exhibits into evidence. So my question is, through the presiding officer, is the defense not entering these documents into evidence, Your Honor, please?
They can do so at the proper time, counsel, but insofar as the witness is concerned, I think the basis was laid when he said that he executed only one affidavit of investigation in connection with this case. Now it seems that there are two affidavits.
I would like to make
both of which have not yet been presented. One will be presented, I think, by Attorney Lotok.
Your Honor, for the
first
record-
one, we're not aware of it. Is that correct, counsel, for the respondent?
Your Honor, he just identified a copy of the affidavit of investigation.
Dated January 30?
April 10, 2025. Your Honor.
February
10.
Sorry, Your Honor. February 10.
February 10, Your Honor, please.
What about the first affidavit? The witness said he had the first affidavit.
Yes, Your Honor. Not yet.
Not yet.
Yes.
You only cited a January 30 letter of
Yes,
the
Your Honor.
former NBI
I cited, Your Honor, a
Director.
certification by the DOJ returning an affidavit.
And that is now the problem, Your Honor. In fact, even I am confused because the documents are not introduced into evidence by the defense.
Counsel, please proceed and kindly help the court to be clarified regarding this matter.
You mentioned that that you were aware that the then director, retired Judge B. Santiago, wrote to the office of the Prosecutor General submitting affidavit of investigation on February 11, 2025. I'm showing you now that letter dated February 11, 2025. For the record, this is Exhibit D-4-43 for the defense.
Up for the defense, you mean pre-marked, I
Pre-marked.
suppose. Because when you say marked as evidence for the
Pre-marked.
defense. It's not yet. Your turn has, you have yet to present your exhibit, so it should be pre-marked, Your Honor, please.
No, it's pre-marked, and I believe both the defense and the respondent and the prosecution also have common pieces of evidence which should decided during pre-trial. This is not one of them. Which you decided during pre-trial to be marked
It's
separately.
not one of those few common pieces of evidence.
Yes, there are a few.
Sir,
Please proceed, counsel, for the respondent. Witness the answer.
there is a signature above the name Judge Jaime B. Santiago. Whose signature is that?
Your Honor, now I would like to object to the relevance. A letter is being, the witness is being confronted with a letter coming from the former NBI Director, Judge Jaime B. Santiago, and this witness is now being asked to identify whose signature is that. That's obvious.
I'll allow it conditionally if you can show the relevance insofar as your ability to test the credibility and the accuracy of the witness is concerned. In the meantime, I'll allow it. Kindly show the connection, counsel.
Thank you. Sir, whose signature is this?
As far as I remember, signature of Director Santiago, sir.
Thank you. On the last line of the letter, on the fourth page, sir, please take a look. Last line. It says, and I quote, "To support our recommendations attached herein is the revised affidavit of investigation, including its attachments." Did you see that, Agent?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. And you confirm that the former NBI Director Jaime Santiago wrote to the Prosecutor General Richard Anthony D. Fadulion a letter dated January 30, 2025. This is one of the documents that you submitted to the Committee on Justice, correct? Okay, I will show you now. May I have this flashed on the screen? Do you recall this document?
Yes, sir.
Yes. January 30, 2025 is a date earlier than February 10, 2025, correct?
Yes.
Your Honor.
As an answer, Your Honor.
Prosecutor.
Your Honor, the witness being asked which
Your Honor, ask and
came
answer.
first. I mean, relevance, Your Honor. Relevance.
Counsel, if the witness knows and the counsel for respondent will be given the latitude to test the credibility, accuracy, and completeness of the testimony of the witness. But we note your continuing objection, because you already sound frustrated, counsel, in regard to this line of questioning by the
I'm very
counsel for the
patient, Your Honor,
respondent.
please. I'm very patient.
The counsel for respondent may proceed. Witness
Thank
may
you.
answer.
He already answered, Your Honor. Thank you. You earlier confirmed that there was actually a certification dated February 5, 2025. You
Objection, misleading. I don't
I have no
remember
question,
this
Your Honor.
witness
Let
stating
the
that there
counsel
was...
finish with this question, counsel.
He even read it, Your Honor. You likewise confirmed that in that said certification, dated February 5, 2025, the earlier affidavit of investigation were subject to 7 recommendations. And you confirmed that you read that.
Objection. Misleading, Your Honor,
objection?
please. Now the counsel mentioned 7 grounds. 7 grounds. And I don't remember this witness uttering the term 7 grounds. What I do remember, Your Honor, please, is that this witness was confronted with a certification, a letter, whatever, but now this the counsel is now asking this witness to confirm the contents of those certifications or letters. Misleading.
No,
That's not allowed during cross. The counsel is now assuming facts that have yet to be established. Can I repeat that? This witness was only confronted with certifications, letters, dated this, dated that. And now, the counsel now asking,
Your
do you
Honor, please.
confirm,
He's
do you
now
confirm
testifying.
rights? Wait, let me finish. Now he is asking this witness to confirm that in that letter there are 7 grounds, as if this witness uttered those words. The ground is misleading, definition. This counsel is assuming facts that have yet to be established through this witness, Your Honor, please.
Counsel, again, the witness is not a newbie. I think he can handle himself and would know how to answer if indeed he is familiar or not with what is being presented to him. And thus far, he has responded based on his knowledge of these documents. Chair will allow it. Witness may answer.
Sir?
Can you repeat the question, counsel?
You confirmed that there was a certification dated February 5, 2025. You likewise confirmed that in said certification...
Your Honor, compound question.
There's no question.
Wait.
Kindly wait for the presiding officer to recognize you before answering.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes.
Much
Please,
obliged, Your Honor,
counsel
please.
for the prosecutors, please finish with your objection.
Thank you so much. Can I?
Yes,
Your
please
Honor,
proceed, counsel.
compound questions. The witness is now being confronted with 2 successive questions without allowing this witness to answer the first question. What makes a compound question?
No need to lecture, counsel. Counsel for respondent, please reform.
Your Honor, I had no question. I had no question yet.
Kindly proceed with your question.
Thank you, Your Honor. The earlier affidavit of investigation was subject to 7 recommendations from the DOJ
Vague, Your Honor,
for case
please.
build-up.
Objection, vague. The earlier investigation, which investigation is the counsel referring to? Objection, vague.
We already established, Your Honor, there was an earlier one.
Overruled again. The witness is competent enough to testify. Overruled. Witness, kindly proceed with your question, counsel.
Yes. In the revised affidavit of investigation dated February 10, 2025, that you identified, despite DOJ's recommendation number 6 that you earlier read.
Objection, Your Honor, objection.
Sir, Your Honor, I am not
If
yet
the
finished.
ground is
Can we
already-
wait for the counsel to finish with this question, counsel, please?
Okay, Your Honor.
Sir, there were still no affidavits of the journalists from the media outlets in your affidavit of investigation dated February 10.
Witness, not answer first. Objection, Your Honor, please. Misleading.
Why is it misleading, counsel?
The counsel said the earlier affidavit of investigation. In fact, Your Honor, please, he referred to the February 10 investigation. That's not the earlier investigation. That is the final affidavit investigation submitted to the DOJ. Misleading. Misleading, Your Honor.
Your Honor.
The presiding officer will ask the question. Mr. Witness, did you attach the affidavits of the 2 witnesses that viewed the video of the Vice President in the February 10 affidavit?
Yes, sir. Let me qualify my answer in number 6, sir.
You may do so.
In number 6, sir, the DOJ requested an affidavit to be executed regarding the contents of the minutes. I executed an affidavit attesting to those minutes, sir, which I'm part of the interview, sir.
But was it attached to the February 10 affidavit?
Yes, sir.
Counsel for the respondent, your witness.
Thank you. Sir, but there are no affidavits of the journalists from the media outlets, correct? My question is not found there, Your Honor.
Oh, Your Honor, please.
My question is
Your
not
Honor.
found there.
Okay, wait. The counsel is confronting the witness with a document, and he propounded questions, and then he asked another question, and he took the document away. What's
Your
the
Honor,
purpose of that? Objection, Your Honor, please.
My question is plain, Your Honor.
Let the witness peruse the document you presented him with. Let him answer that through a document.
My question is plain, Your Honor.
Your Honor, a witness should be allowed to peruse the document that he was confronted with.
Counsels, please. Witness, I think the witness understood the question. Mr. Calilong, you may answer if you understand the question.
I will repeat the question. Your
Kindly
Honor.
repeat, Counsel.
Thank you, Your Honor. There is still no affidavits of the journalists from media outlets appended on your revised affidavit of investigation, sir.
May I qualify my answer, sir?
No, sir. Just answer yes or no.
Kindly look at the document presented to you. On redirect, counsel can make you explain the disparity, if any. The question is simple. Are the affidavits attached to the affidavit of investigation?
The Vice President on Trial. Super Radio Special Coverage. Supernatural DYSS.
Milyon-milyon na ang nangamatay sa sakit nga hatod sa atong lifestyle. Kita ra mismo ang hinungdan sa atong balatian. Tungod usab kini sa sayop nga pagkinabuhi, bisyo sama sa pagpanigarilyo o pag-inom sa alkoholikong ilimnon ug ang pagpabaya sa kalawasan. Likay ang pagpangabuso sa kalawasan. Mag-Sed Panyawan Garlic Capsule. Sed Panyawan Garlic Capsule. Angkon ang ahos, banaba ug panyawan herb. Sa Sed Panyawan Garlic Capsule, kalawasan ug kahimsog padayong ampingan.
Supernatural DYSS.
Mga kabarangay, mga ka-super, mga kapuso, mubalik na ang kalingawan nga mupuno sa inyong Sabado sa gabi. Tara na og makilingaw sa GMA Radio's Super Baranggayan!